Is it Easter yet?
Almost. So you win the series, couldn't pull it out today. Is the lack of offense the last couple innings? I know loom large today, leaving the bases loaded. Is that kind of a concern?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a concern. Like, you got to, in those moments with the bases loaded, like, we're not asking for a hit. Like, that's the difference in the game. They got the base. We gifted them bases loaded in the 9th. Their guy hit a fly ball. We had a couple shots at it, didn't do it.
You guys didn't sweep the series, but you won your 3rd straight. I mean, what does that do for the team? And you guys bounce back.
Yeah, and I told the guys that. Like, that's where we are. That's what we've done so far. Is you just beat Texas Tech 2 out of 3. You had a chance to sweep them, and you're really, really upset and angry right now that you didn't do it, and that's a good thing.
So Wiley Hartley coming out for his 2nd weekend rotation start. Now that he has another one under his belt, what would you say about his position on weekend rotation at this point?
I mean, I thought he pitched fine. We just got to the situation where it rolled back to Dom with the top of the lineup, or the left-hander at the bottom, and then the left-hander at the top, and it was time to go to him, and obviously Dom pitched his tail off.
Yeah, talk more about what Dom was able to do. 5 innings, very efficient.
Yeah, he was great. He lost it a little bit at the end, but we're not, like I told him after the game, we're not in that position to even have a chance if he didn't go out and do what he did.
And you guys, I've been speaking to some of the players that said the new standard is starting to become that you guys want to sweep the series. That's what you guys want to get done.
Yeah.
Is that the mindset now after winning 3 straight?
Yeah, I think, I mean, you're still trying to win the series, and anytime you got – the other 2 don't really matter. When you get to Sunday, like you're trying to, or Saturday in this case, like you're trying to win that game. We've already done the work on the other 2. We were trying to do everything we could to win that game. We just had some shots, didn't deliver.
Do you have an update on Andrew Sunday?
We do not yet, so.
We hadn't seen Andrew Estrella in a little bit since Game 1 against Kansas. You bring him out, he gets the home run and with a pinch hit appearance to give you guys a shot. What does it mean after not playing a while for him to come up and step up like this?
Well, and he was really on it for a while, and then he obviously struggled at the beginning of conference play, and then he was a little banged up to start the week. Like, he was in the training room working through some stuff, so we were kind of easing him back into it. Opportunity presents himself to get out there against that left-hander, and that was a pretty good swing.
How important will he be, assuming Sunday maybe will be out for a little while, just, DH role or whatever it is, to have another bat like that?
Well, another power threat. Like, he's in scoring position when he walks up to the plate, and when he's right, he's dangerous, and that's what we're going to need that going forward.
I mean, the team's been struggling scoring the past few games, but you guys have also been pitching extremely well.
Correct.
I mean, how are you guys trying to find that balance now?
Well, I think it's just every game's different, right? So whatever the game requires, that's what we're trying to do. If we got to pitch at a high level, play defense, and we got to score 3, then that's what we got to figure out a way to do. If the game requires we got to score 10, we better figure out a way to score 10.
You've had a revolving door of batters in the DH position this year. What does that say to the depth of these offensive batters?
Well, we have some depth room. We're just trying to find the right fit for who we're facing and who's giving them the best shot and putting them in a place where we feel like they can succeed.
You got a busy week coming up. You got 2 midweeks and a really tough, conference series against one of the best teams in the conference. How do you sort of manage that going into it, knowing that you have that one extra game especially?
Well, I think the Tuesday games, it's no different. I think we really start dialing into that stuff on the Wednesday one with the Friday coming soon, but we're going to try to win Tuesday, and then if we were lucky enough to do that, we'll figure out Wednesday when we get there.
Finishing the series 500, you kind of view it as like a reset, like you guys are back to like a 500 level, and then you guys can only go up from here?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to go 0-3 and then find a way in this league to be back to 6-6. Like, what they've done to this point is commendable, but we got a long way to go.
Danny Neary, obviously, you'd like to have some rotation at the catching position, but going forward, is he a guy that can catch every day? Or
yeah, he could, but Dylan can go back to, like, Dylan, you'll see Dylan a bunch. He could catch for tons of teams in this country. He's good enough. He's good enough to start for us. Like, he just had Neary and Sonny, 2 really capable guys in front of him, and he wasn't that far behind. You'll see him out there, and you'll see some talent out there too.
What's the biggest thing you think you want to see from this team now going forward? Biggest thing they can learn from this week if they take on Kansas State and just a busy week?
Yeah, I mean, in the Big 12, every game's going to be tight like that. If you pitch and play defense, and we just got to figure out a way to score some more runs.
I mean, bouncing off of that, I mean, like, what has changed in this team from some of those rough losses early on in Big 12 play to now winning 3 straight series?
I mean, obviously the pitching's been elite. So the pitching out of the bullpen, the starting pitching's better, the defense has been better. And then some of the offensive stuff had been better at times. We just didn't do it today.
Of course, you had a box striker last week in the midweek, but with that extra midweek, how do you approach that from a pitching perspective and having to utilize more of the bullpen depth there?
Yeah, box will go Tuesday. That'll be normal, and then we'll kind of see where we're at on Wednesday. And if we got to piece it together on Wednesday, we'll piece it together.
Johnny Holstaff.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.